What is up, YouTube and 40? Welcome to OCG Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be looking at, that's right, we have some DDD, we got some Pendulum Magicians, we got a nice little variety, and we got some BA Orcust, because I really think it's important to showcase absolute degeneracy. By absolute degeneracy, I mean, oh boy, how much shit can we pack into one deck that Orcust are still going to be playable? And, well, that's kind of how life is working at the moment. You can literally put anything with Orcust and it will go. So, we're going to be looking at DDD to start things off. This deck is actually pretty interesting because, well, you know how great the OCG is. They just actually already have the Link monster. So, Triple DD King, Abyss King Gilgamesh. He's 2 DD monsters. If this card is special summoned, you can activate this effect. You have special summon monsters for this turn except for DD monsters. Also, place 2 DD Pendulum monsters with different names from your deck in your Pendulum zones, and then you take 1000 damage. If this Link summon card in its owner's control is destroyed by your opponent's card by attack or card effect, you special summon 1 DD monster from your extra deck or graveyard in defense mode. Oh, okay, so first up, this card was supposed to be the thing that fixed this archetype, and I think they did a wonderful job with this because this card is crazy. I mean, when are you gonna Pendulum summon in DD? This archetype was literally like, okay, we're gonna take everything from all of the worlds, we're gonna shove it into one deck, and then we just missed our opportunity to have this deck be good because that's how life is. So this deck is actually playing the triple DDD Chaos King Apocalypse. So Pendulum effect, banish 2 DD monsters from your graveyard, special summon this card from your Pendulum zone. Okay, that's pretty cool for a big fat boss monster. And then monster effect, during your opponent's turn, if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target 2 face-up spell and trap cards you control. You have special summon for the rest of this turn except for fiend type monsters. Also destroy the targeted cards, and if you do special summon this card, this is a quick effect. So he gets the ability to beam himself out, which it's pretty cool for synergy reasons. Like, this is really cool things you can do. Of course, we have the 1 Ghost as well. This card is sent to the graveyard and target 1 DD monster or dark contract card in your graveyard except for DD Ghost. Send 1 card from your deck to the graveyard with that same name. This card is banished. You can target 1 of your banished DD monsters or dark contract cards except for Ghost and return it to the graveyard. So this actually allows you to recycle something like this, or a Necro, or a Swirl. So it's pretty cute. So we have 2 copies of Ash Blossom, the Joyous Spring. We have 1 copy of the DD Ghost. We have 2 copies, or triple copies of Lamia, still the best card in this deck. We have triple copies of Necro Slime. We have 1 copy of Orthros. We have 1 copy of, or excuse me, 2 copies of Savant Copernicus. We have triple copies of Savant Kepler. We have 1 copy of Thomas the Tank Engine, triple copies of Swirl Slime, 1 copy of Apocalypse, triple copies of the Abyss Ragnarok. Then we have triple copies of Phantasme, triple copies of Maxi, 2 copies Called by the Grave, triple copies of Dark Contract with the Gate, 1 Contract with the Swamp King, 1 Feather Duster, 1 for 1, and we have triple copies of Pot of Desires in this bad boy. Who doesn't love draw cards? Down here in the extra deck we have 1 Relinquished Anima, 1 copy of Link Rebo, 2 copies of Gilgamesh, 1 copy of Needle Fiber, 1 copy of the triple Wave King Kaiser, and then we have 1 copy of Kali King Yugioh. We can actually make this guy. We have 1 Shooting Riser Dragon, 1 Omega, 1 copy of Formula Synchron, 1 King Cursed King Siegfried, 1 Borreload Savage Dragon, 2 copies of Genghis, and 1 copy of Super Big Fat Genghis. Side deck we have 2 Lancia, triple Prankatops, 2 Ghost Bell, 1 Twin Twister, 1 Pure Order, triple copies of Red Reboot, 2 Warning, and 1 Emptiness, wrapping up this bad boy. As I said, the OCG really is an interesting place. I'm just happy to actually see that DD got the chance to sit back at the dinner table this week and be a viable deck again, because like I said, like, it's a shame that the TCG never got to do this, but they have they have Gilgamesh, so they get to make more advanced plays than we do, which, man, I'm just jealous. Next list we have over here. Really? We've done it. Orcust, I made that video saying that Orcust literally goes in everything, and we're doing this now. The OCG just loves Orcust so much. We've now shoved it into Burning Abyss, a deck that you wouldn't think would want to have any... Oh, wait. Any 2 monsters makes mermaid. That's literally how this works and it starts OTKs. It's a wonderful place to be in the neighborhood. So, oh man. We have 1 copy of Alich, we have 1 copy of Armageddon Knight, 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, we have 1 copy of Barbar, 1 copy of Cowcab, triple copies of Seer. Notice how the OCG has like no restrictions on the main deck Burning Abyss monsters. Like, you're kind of just free to do whatever the hell you want with this deck here over there. We have 1 copy of Destrudo, 1 copy of Farfa, we have triple copies of Graph, we have 1 Jet Synchron, 2 copies of Libic, 1 copy of Mathematician, we have 1 copy of the Orcus Brass Bombard, 1 copy of Skeleton, triple copies of Harp Horror, 2 copies of Orcus Knightmare itself, 2 Rubik, 2 copies of Skarm, 1 Silent Boots, 1 copy of Tour Guide, 1 copy of the World Wand itself. We have triple copies of Called by the Grave. We have 1 Foolish Barrel, 1 Orchestrated Babel, 1 copy of the Orchestrated Climax, and 2 copies of Fogblade. Big think. Down here in the extra deck we have 1 copy of Anima, 1 Longrisu, 1 Link Kuriboh, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Win the Game, 1 Cerberus, 2 Galtea, 1 Needle Fiber. We have 1 copy of Cherubini, 1 copy of Boral Sword, 2 copies of Shurokust, Dingrisu, and 1 copy of the Savage Man itself. Side deck we have 2 Lancia, triple Prankatops, 2 copies of Gamma Seal, triple copies of Maxi, 1 Feather Duster, 2 Twin Twister, and 2 Red Reboot, wrapping up this bad boy. Like I said, we shoved the Orcust engine in anything, and you've got a nice, consistent, steady OTK stream that people aren't going to be able to play around, and that's not a good thing. Like, OTKs in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, man, they're not a good thing, but I mean they're not a bad thing either. Paradoxes. The last deck I actually have for you guys today is Pendulum Magician. Now, the reason I want to profile this is because the OCG has a different spin on this deck. They have different restrictions. I mean, look at this. They have Astrograph at 1, they have Chronograph at 1, they have Double Iris at 1, they also have Harmonizing at 1. Alright, like, let's look at the TCG here. Banned at 3, banned. Oh, we could play 2 Luster, lol. This is also banned. Like, the OCG is... It's a much different place over there. Also, the fact that they have Darkworm at 1, while the TCG just abuses the fuck out of this thing at 3. Whenever we get the opportunity to do so, I think the only reason why we see Pendulum even still do anything here is literally because this card still exists at a great number. Of course, they do have the new Psyframe Lord Monster, the Link 2, that grants arrows, and it is generic except for tokens, which, I mean, definitely makes their deck a lot better. So, I can't wait for us to get this so we can cut Lamponicus. Also, it allows you to play Gamma and actually not care, but this deck isn't playing Gamma, so it doesn't really matter. So, the deck. We have 2 copies of Ash Blossom, we have 1 copy of Astrograph, triple copies of Black Fang Magician, 1 copy of Chronograph, 1 copy of Double Iris, 1 Effect Veiler, 1 Harmonizing, 1 Luster, triple copies of Maxi, triple copies of the Apex Avion. Pendulum summoning this out, like, in a perfect world where you draw 3 of these and you're able to, like, triple Pendulum summon them, like, it's, sorry, really, really bad ideas here, but the reason why I ever want to play this deck is just because draw triple Apex Avion, Pendulum summon them all, do my thing. We have triple copies of Oath Dragon, we have 1 copy of the Porfumapal Odd Ice Synchron, triple copies of Pendulum Sorcerer, 1 Slow Crobat Joker, triple Purple Poison, 1 Stargazer, 1 copy of Darkworm, 1 copy of Gate Zero, 1 copy of Time Gazer, triple copies of Wisdom Eye, triple copies of Duelist Alliance, 1 copy of Star Pendulum Graph, and 1 copy of Time Pendulum Graph. The extra deck on here, the Psyframe Lord Link 2. We have 1 copy of Unicorn, 1 Electromite, 1 Needle Fiber, 1 Time Star, 1 Baguski, 1 Dweller, 1 copy of Clearwind, 1 Shooting Rise Dragon, 1 Metaphys Horus, 1 Ignister, 1 Formula Synchron, 1 Borrowed Savage, and 2 copies of Venom. Must be nice that you guys get to still abuse this guy. Down here in the side deck, we have triple copies of Lancia, 2 copies of Prankatops, triple Phantasmi, 1 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Feather Duster, 2 Twin Twister, and triple Red Reboot, wrapping up this bad boy. That's all I got for this week's OCG Thursday, guys. Please do take time, watch these segments every Thursday. There's a lot of crazy stuff that the OCG brings to the table, and I think it's cool to kind of take time and see what craziness they're doing. All right, guys. Peace out. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out VanCole40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.